Alright, just wanted to put a quick marker there. You know what? I should have leveled up when I was back at, whatever. The center. That's not what it's called. I think that's Martin Mystery. I honestly thought I could talk to him. Man, Martin Mystery. Show was a little sus, but honestly, I don't think it was a bad show. I might be biased because it was like Canadian too, so whatever. I was gonna say something about Scooby-Doo, and I'm not gonna get into that because it was a little funny. Because like the day like before, I was like, oh, you know, I've kind of like, yeah, I like Scooby-Doo, but I only like old Scooby-Doo. They like announced like a new Scooby-Doo show, not Scooby-Doo show, the Velma show, where apparently Scooby-Doo is not even gonna be in it. It gives me, I'm just gonna say, like, it feels kind of like the Ninja Turtles, like Rise of the Ninja Turtles, but like the Scooby-Doo version of it, where it's like, hey, let's change everything. And like nobody likes it. That's not true. Not nobody, but like your audience is not gonna be probably great. Welcome to the camp of the Free Crows, old friend. We knew you'd make it here eventually, even if you needed a bit of guidance along the way. We are a group of free-thinking individuals who reject the ideas of the Lord of Doors. We do not want unnatural immortality. It must come at the cost of our lives. What is the point of living forever, if it to be as a slave? No, we choose to live free and die free. So go. Climb even higher, defeat the beast at the top of the mountain, and claim its soul. Oh, but make sure you're well prepared before going onward. Remember, you're welcome here anytime you like. Hey, John. Sorry I didn't get back to you after you messaged me, but I did get your recommendation. Can't guarantee I will play it. In fact, I'm leaning a little bit into the no, just because I'm not a big Fallout guy. I really only enjoyed Fallout 3. I did play Fallout New Vegas, but I kind of am like, I can't really handle it, and like, I know it's not like Fallout 3 or like even New Vegas, but not really my cup of tea. Phew, it's quite a steep climb getting up here. My pipes are still wheezing. You must be pleased as punch though, huh? I mean, a secret crow society up here in the mountains? Who knew? They have so many great stories about their lives up here, especially about the beast atop the mountain. Yeah, I'm getting so much inspiration on our adventure. I think my next song might be the greatest I've ever written. I've written more than 5. Good job, man. Yeah, and even like, man, even like Elder Scrolls, I've thought about like playing Skyrim again, and I'm like, ooh, I don't really want to play Skyrim. Even if it's like the Super Mega Mondo Anniversary Deluxe Edition. I actually bought Skyrim on a whim when it was initially coming out. And I remember I was working part-time at my old job. I saw a secret door. Maybe I should have gone the other way. Yeah, let's go back real quick. Sorry for backtracking again. But this feels more the path forward than the other way. And there was still that secret door that I wanted to look at. I was working part-time at my old I think it was like my first job. And it was, I believe it was November 11th. I'm pretty sure it came out 11/11/11. That was like the Skyrim day. Things are going nuts. Oh, these crows are the guys who made the signs. The lore drop. And I was getting picked up. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, what? It comes out at midnight. So I went to the midnight release and I'm like, do you have this? They're like, yep. And I'm like, do you have the special edition? Yep, we do. I ended up getting the special edition. Brother. Okay. How do I... Okay, you just had to be really fast. Oh, Death Note. Honestly, I'm a little shocked. Death Note still has a little bit of relevancy. It kind of seems like something nobody, or not like nobody, but like it's like a little bit past when it was the thing. Man, Death Note was honestly, when I think about it, I'm like, man, it was really smart, but like at the same time, I'm like, man, it was really dumb. Like the anime had really good music, not just like the openings, but like the like OST. And well, that was like one of the last like Canadian dubbed animes. So it kind of is like, I think a little bit more special to me than other shows. And I will like 100% be like, it's the dub. Dub or nothing. Kind of like Sailor Moon. Except Sailor Moon is like... I'm kind of like... I'm watching like the worst version of the show, but it's like the best to me. Because number one, it's like not even finished. Like they didn't even get to the end of the show in Canada. Number two, there's like... Well, there's just like the original Japanese, which is fine. But then there's like the re-release dub of the original. I cannot stand it. I can't. And it's not even that it's bad. It's that... in my head, they got it wrong. Which is like really like not correct. Like they could just do whatever they want. But like I would have tried to had like mimic like the original Canadian dub. And I just can't. I can't. With their like actual names, I can't. Which is like, what the heck? You like their like Americanized names? Like, yeah, I do. I miss it, man. I miss Canadian dubbed anime. And funny enough, that I'm glad you kind of got me on that subject. When I was watching Cyberpunk, I did watch Cyberpunk dub just because it seemed more like appropriate because it's like, well, it's not American made, but like but like, you know, they speak English. In the Cyberpunk anime, that I'm like, this, there was one voice, I'm like, this voice is so, well, they were all kind of recognizable just because that's how modern dubbed anime is. Unfortunately, like, it's like the same, like, 14 people. But one of them, like, this guy, he is so, his voice was so familiar. I'm like, he has to be Canadian. Like, he was definitely in Beast Wars. I go and look it up. It was him. So I'm happy there was a Canadian voice actor in Cyberpunk. Friday Night Funkin', yeah, probably wouldn't play. I'm not a big rhythm game guy, which is used to not be the case. But there was like only one rhythm game I played, which was Project Diva. But even with like the newer releases of Project Diva, I just am like, no. Not that no, like the game is bad, but like no, like I'd rather do something else right now. I've kind of been not taken out, but like I've exhausted my rhythm game sort of need. And I know a lot of what makes like Friday Night Funkin' really like unique is the modding. And I'm not a big mod guy. I just don't mod. It's not that I don't like rhythm games, but like you really got to sell me on it. Like even like Fall Guys, which is a game that like I actually like and have played semi recently, has Miku in it. Great fighting. And I'm like, I don't want to play Fall Guys. It's too much work to get Miku. And I already have like a crazy backlog. Not a crazy backlog, but enough of a backlog that if I did need it and I did want to and I had the time, it probably would not be anytime soon. I've kind of honestly already kind of planned out, like, not the rest of the year, but at least the next decent chunk of time. Because end of the month, we've got Bayonetta and Resident Evil, but I might wait on Resident Evil. And I did watch the little preview of the DLC story. Which apparently is exclusively in third person, which is a little odd, since the main story gives you the option now to flip between first person and third person. But end of the month, we've got Bayo 3. Still need to finish up Xenoblade, which I'm whittling away at off stream. Like the side stuff, so we can move forward with the main story. And I don't know when Pokemon comes out, but oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. I completely, that was what I wanted to mention. Pokemon when that comes out. But yeah, I was mentioning the Splatfest for Splatoon is grass, fire, water, and Shiver, who we've been, you know, picking every time on the Splatfest, is the grass option. And grass was the Pokemon I was like most inclined to pick because great fighting. Yes, I have played Hollow Knight. I'm honestly not a big fan of Hollow Knight. I don't want to say it's a bad game, but just like the way the world is set up, it makes it very annoying to replay. And I probably wasn't even going to pick up Silk Song. But, like, you know what? I didn't even finish the DLC for Hollow Knight. No worries. Oh, but yeah, for Pokemon, I keep getting taken off track. Typically, I am that guy who picks the fire type 99% of the time. The one game I won't pick the fire type is Gold and Silver, because Totodile is just like one of my favorite Pokemon. In fact, I'd probably put him in my #1 favorite starter. And they did another Crocodile for Scarlet Violet. And I'm not too thrilled about him. Yes, he's a Red Hot Chili Pepper. But he is like not even close to as good as Totodile. And I never pick the grass type. Never. If we go to Gen 1, it's only... I just went back. That was a shortcut back. It was Squirtle or Charmander. Gold and Silver, it's only Totodile. I will never pick... I think I did pick Cyndaquil once. And I did pick Cyndaquil in... Arceus. But only because, like... that was... like one of the only Gen 2 like Pokemon in that game. That's not true, but I'm saying it out loud. I don't think there were that many Gen 2 Pokemon. Again, Larvitar was definitely not in that game. Blaziken, 3rd gen, always Torchic. Mudkip is also good. And Trico is like the closest it's been to me picking the grass type, but I still have never picked Trico. Fourth gen is either Chimchar or Tepig. I think it's Chimchar. Because Black and White, I'm 100% sure is Tepig. I can't remember. That's where like my brain gets stuck on who's who. I know there's the turtle. There's Snivy. What? This was a shortcut and I didn't take it. Good job. No, it was not. This was the right way and I didn't take it. But also maybe shortcut. Whoop. Wait, what? Yep, I didn't take it. For Black and White 2, I did pick... Oh, I'm pretty sure like Oshawott is Black and White now. Because Black and White 2, I picked Oshawott. And I can't stand him. That was like the worst run of Pokemon I've ever had in my life. And I didn't even finish Black and White 2. I like gave up. Because I couldn't stand him. Like, I should have picked Tepig again. And that was kind of like where I was getting pretty sick of the Pokemon formula. And then it was, what the heck was it? Not Sword and Shield. X and Y. And X and Y I actually really liked. That was Chespin, the Fox. Oh, and Froakie. And again, I picked the fire type, which was maybe not the right choice because it has like the worst evolution line. Way to go, way to backtrack. Or at least the final is like, wow, you kind of screwed that one up. But I would probably, like, again, Chespin just... He's not my kind of guy. Sun and Moon. Billion% Incineroar. I would never, ever, ever change for Sun and Moon. And I don't even remember who the grass starter is in Sun and Moon. Oh, it's the owl. It's the owl. It's the owl into a Decidueye. And like Poplio, no way. Nope, nope, nope. Even though Water Fairy is probably pretty good typing, it's just not gonna happen. I'm gonna die, me. Oh my gosh, that was so close. Okay, we're in a lot of trouble. Probably want to take care of this guy. That wasn't it? Oh, my worst guy. How did that only count as 2? There were 2 guys there. Is it like limited 1 per hit? Okay. I'm glad I didn't lose there. Oh, Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield. That was... There was Grookey. The little, like, Sobble. Oh, and the Rabbit. And all of them, honestly, was not thrilled at. I did pick the Fire type just because that's how I roll. And that's... I know people were, like joking, like, hey, Fire's definitely going to win this one because it's going to have the most people. And I can't really argue with that. But after picking 90% the Fire type, with no interest in ever changing, I can't pick the other Crocodile starter when he looks horrible. Yes, he's a chili pepper, and I do like the food. I'm like the one guy who's like, oh, like, I like Trubbish. I like Vanillish, the ice cream Pokemon, which makes no sense. Oh, so we're already at the boss? The beast? Oh, it is him. It is her. Brother, I'm trying to roll through. Great fighting. Yeah, the little grass cat. I kind of like him. So this will be the first time I ever pick the grass starter and actually play through the whole game. Wait, Betty? Wasn't the name of the sad fisherman's wife Betty? Oh my gosh, the freaking Blanca ball. What are you doing? Playing Street Fighter 4? Street Fighter 2? Even? Watch some Street Fighter 6. Actually, I'm glad there's so much Street Fighter 6 content. Just with the one weekend, so many people were playing it. I could watch it until the game comes out, which is almost definitely gonna be early next year. Brother. And I'm glad people have been playing Ryu and they're showing Ryu stuff. They're like, oh, he does a lot of damage. And I'm like, thank you. And I know Ryu's not like the most exciting character, but he's the only character I've like invested a lot of time into since like ever playing Street Fighter. I mean, like, I was gonna say, well, there was like Sagat and Street Fighter 4, but like, he's basically has the same moves as Ryu, except he's like twice as big. And Sagat's not even in Street Fighter 6 initially. He wasn't even in Street Fighter 5 initially. And like, they were afraid to make him really good, I think. No way that's it. Oh my gosh, that was it. It was just that Blanca ball that was giving me trouble. Gather here today to mourn the passing of Betty. To who she was revered as a god. Oh, to some. What am I reading? To others, feared as a wild, untamable beast. And to a small few, loved as a radiant beauty. After many lifetimes lived atop the mountain, supplying locals with fur and untimely deaths, she can now rest. Bow your head in remembrance. Pay your last respects. The time of this world is over. What an incredible adventure this has been, full of twists and turns. So Betty and the Beast were one and the same. Amazing. That means the drunken guy, the stranded sailor, was he in love with the Beast? Whoa. Kind of feel bad for them now. Dead or heartbroken, which do you think is worse? They're both kind of tragic. Still, it's great material for a song, huh? I'm gonna start writing straight away. Once it's ready, come by the Stranded Sailor sometime and I'll play it for you. Okay? Another demonic soul is anger quelled, Reaper. May they find rest in death. Peace in death. What the heck? Man, What is with being words, man? I think I went the wrong way. In fact, I'm 100% sure I went the wrong way. So that was kind of simpler one, kind of. I did F up and run around. What do I have? Achievement. You're blocking my resource. I'm 5 short. I looked at the stream preview. No, yes, this is where I want to go. So that opens up some stuff. The hook shot. By some, I mean a lot, probably. I'm gonna go back up here. Assumedly, he's gonna open the door. He's gonna say "ha ha ha" or something along those lines. Certainly been keeping busy. However, it's nice to have something to focus on. Sending the dead on their journeys may seem like a depressing task, but it gives me a sense of purpose. Still don't have keys for that. I wonder where those are. Or if like it's an item. You did it. You're a much stronger Reaper than I. I could never have taken down the giant souls alone. It is time, at long last. Let us force this door open, fledgling, and finish our assignment. And now, to the other side. This is it. This is the place beyond. No life is to be seen. Hello? Are you Death? I thought the tales of the original Reaper were just the mad rabblings of the Three Crows. Yeah, well, I guess that's me. So, if you didn't know I was real, that means you're not here to rescue me, huh? I know. I'm sorry. We're here for another purpose. In fact, you might be able to help us. Wow, rude. But alright, I mean, what's a few more minutes after several centuries? Why are you here? Actually, how did you even get in here? We seek souls and they have passed through death's your door. We were service-bound reapers. We require those souls to finish our tasks and restore our stature with the commission. Otherwise, we will die. Oh, awkward. If you're looking for a soul here, you're out of luck. Any non-corporeal souls that pass through the door are absorbed into the ether. Soul energy has to be recycled to create new life. That's why my job was so important. Not that the living didn't hate me for it. Sorry, someone was at my door. I used to go around reaping souls myself, then pick them up and take them beyond the veil. But it was so depressing. Not for the souls, they don't care, but for the living ones they left behind. I wish I couldn't let. I wish I could let them know dying isn't scary. It's just the cycle of life. Thing is, over the vastness of time, I got very tired of the cycle. But then one day, a strange being came to me with a proposition. This being could create portals, doors, to any place or world. They offered to outsource the collection of the souls to an automated system using one of their doors. While it was open, I could draw in the souls of the dead. A lighthouse on the shores of the ether, if you will. In return for this, they asked for their lives to be extended. Well, actually, they asked for immortality, but that's impossible. If souls stick around too long past their expiry date, and with nothing left to tie them to mortality, they decay into demonic forms. All life must end. Well, eventually. So while I kicked down several generations of those self-proclaimed Lords of Doors, what? That seems weird. Several generations of those self-proclaimed Lords of Doors came and went, enjoying their unnaturally long lives. I love to reference Gollum. Each one agreeing in the end to submit to the limitations of life and go willingly into the ether. Till one didn't, which brings us to your current Lord of Doors. Toward the end of what should have been their lifespan, your Lord betrayed our long-standing agreement. It said that there had been some kind of incident, that the door had malfunctioned and they needed to remake anew. For the door to be reconstructed, it will require the touch of death to link the doors to the ether. But after this door was created and opened, the Lord kicked me inside and sealed it shut. No way for me to escape. No way for stray souls to pass on to the ether. No death among the living. I've been here alone ever since. But my assigned souls, it must be here. It has to be here. I tracked it to this door. It must have entered here somehow. Are you sure you haven't seen it? Sorry, guys. The soul comes here without a body, disappears into the ether. Sooner or later, everything that begins has to end. So there's no hope? It must still be here somewhere. No, 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 no. I wasted so many years searching for that soul. Decades, centuries. I refuse to die. Uh-oh. Since you're a little bit past your best before date. The Gray Crow. I'm assuming not last boss. He's very difficult to hit. Dude, that is like so unfair. What the heck? Black hole bomb? Definitely. It's... Oh, come on. Don't know why, for some reason, I'm like, oh, that won't hurt me this time. That sucked. Let's try again. Nice roll. Okay, this is not going well. Okay, I'm getting impatient. Getting impatient. I did not mean to slash kind of glide into that. Oh, I couldn't slash again. We're not at black hole bomb yet. Probably getting pretty close. Oh, okay. Phase 2? I guess not. Ace Attorney. I've never been drawn to Ace Attorney. Again, I'm not a big visual novel guy. We did the one, and I don't see myself doing another one for a long time. I can't tell how long it's been since I felt a fresh breeze on my face or saw, well, anything. Never appreciate something like this until it's gone, do you? Saw all of this on my job, but until your Lord of Doors locked me up, never thought it'd apply to me. Hear about your big feathered friend back there. It's always hard for the living to get to let go of the dead. Even more of a rough one having to reap him himself. I can sort of understand that feeling. even if it isn't our intention, you've done me a huge favor here, Crow. But it isn't over quite yet. Because while the door has been destroyed, my power is unfortunately still trapped in its remains. Forging the door required a piece of my own soul. I need it back before I can do my job again. That means we want if we want to end the cycle, someone else has to take down the Lord of Doors. Have you guessed who yet? I won't be making any more deals again, that's for sure. Head back to your office and reap your boss's soul, Crow. And remember, death is on your side. Cuphead, I've played the crap out of Cuphead. That one was an off stream. I don't think I'll stream Cuphead. Very good game. But unfortunately, unless they make like Cuphead 2 in the next... Probably never. Probably won't be seeing Cuphead. And again, not that it's a bad game. I've just played it already. And I played it a lot. So if you hear that, that's my cup of coffee someone brought me. Oh, it's good. SCP, nope. Nope. No sketchy games. Unfortunately, if it's a sketchy game from like itch.io or like you download it from some forum, no. I'm not that kind of guy. I don't even want to mod my games. I don't even download emulators. You're talking to the weirdest guy around. Plus, the thing with like scary games is like it takes a lot to get me scared. And typically like scary games, I'm not really scared. Like SCP is the one where like you have the eyeball meter and you have to blink and the little alien thing like chases you every time you blink. And it's dark. Wow. So scary. I know exactly when the monster's coming. It's on Steam or Epic. I'll probably play it, but if it's like, go to this itch.io page. Probably not. There's very few exceptions to this, and that's typically if like, hey, this game is coming out on Steam, but hey, you can play it on itch.io right now. I'm like, okay, well, that means it's probably fair. But I've heard stories of like people that are like, I'm gonna do a bunch of horror games. It's like, okay, cool. And then like literally later that night, they're like, wow, I just downloaded like a Trojan worm virus and installed it. And I'm like, oh yeah. And plus like the stuff with like Discord where it's like, hey, don't even click sketchy links or it'll like friggin' mimic your cookies and they'll just have access to your account. Like I'm super paranoid of stuff that's online now. Which didn't used to be the case. I used to be like, whatever, but I think that's because like, you know, I've invested a lot into this equipment and I don't want to just, you know, F up my hard drive and compromise my accounts just to play, you know, this funky looking game on itch.io. Well, that's just me. If I had like a burner PC and I like was just capturing off that, I honestly would probably do it.